Oh my god. Chillin', we're gonna start. This is gonna be the first set of Genesis Top 8 Melee. Llod versus Hbox.
Oh, this is insane.
I like the flavor from Hbox. Oh, the pre-pop off.
Hbox is getting pumped right now.
We haven't seen this before. The pre-pop off is a new era of Hbox.
That is a brand new meta. All right, we are going into game one, and unsurprisingly, it looks like they're going directly into the same type of pace they had.
Oh my god!
As the crowd goes wild, and Llod has already found a stitch.
He already found a stitch. Wow!
RNG clearly
Hbox
looking good for Llod.
Hbox not having any of it. He was really like kind of bumping his head to the music as Llod was picking up the turnips, but that stopped completely.
As soon as he saw that stitch, yeah. I mean, understandably so, because that can be a quick 30 damage or so, and that means so much in a match like this.
Yeah. Gets the grab. Yeah, and anytime that Puff gets the grab, you're going to see typically up throw, because Hbox wants to get Puff in like wants to get Peach in a position where you can kind of shark a little bit with the uppers and catch the landings of Peach.
Yeah.
So up throw is going to be the throw of choice here.
Absolutely. Likes to stay underneath Hbox, and Hbox likes to stay underneath Llod, but flip side, kind of works out well for Llod as well. He goes for those up airs. They are a little bit harder to land for Peach than for Puff, I would say.
Oh, another stitch!
Oh, it's another stitch already, but neither of the stitches has done anything so far.
That's kind of big.
But yeah, I think Hbox definitely mentioned after their Gigaschwab set that he was, kind of annoyed by how many bombs and stitches that Llod managed to pull, so we'll see if that ends up being kind of a mental factor, even though those stitches didn't actually connect.
Yeah, I think since it didn't connect, it's okay. Hbox doesn't feel too bad about it at this point.
Yeah, and this is the second strongest turnip, but Llod once again throwing it away. Llod not looking quite as precise with the turnips as we're used to seeing lately.
I mean, yeah, it's a completely different game when you're playing in front of a crowd like this.
Yeah, and it's a tie game right now.
How many times has Llod had this kind of pressure behind him? Yeah. Hbox is no stranger to this pressure, right? I feel like Hbox thrives in this kind of pressure.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, it definitely feels like Llod is trying to get used to it a bit. But that being said, it's still a very even game. Llod takes that slight lead, and this is what I meant, Vish. These small hits mean so much because now the onus is on Hbox to approach Llod.
Yeah, and we see Llod staying fairly grounded. As a Peach style, Llod does like staying closer to the ground because it gives him access to shield and power shield. And Llod really likes to play out of shield more so than some of the other Peaches. Like there we already saw the power shield, right?
Yeah.
And the power shield is also really good. Llod will do it in such a way that it's like the very, very last second. So you feel like you could maybe get that hit, but Llod will have that power shield right.
Yeah, great reactions to be able to do that. And Llod has actually pulled 2 stitches and 2 of the second strongest turnip already on this very first stock.
Someone give me the math. Someone do the statistics right now and let me know.
The turnip luck is great for Llod, but again, when you pull so many, you are greatly raising your chances of getting one of those really good ones.
Yeah. And we're typically going to see Llod doing like the throw up, right? Because it kind of separates the stage into these various quadrants. And then from there, Llod will be able to so fast. That was the out of shield game.
And
the out of shield game and the taunt.
Wow. And Llod, okay, Hbox answering back right away. And I am shocked that Llod gave up the opportunity to pick a couple more turnips in order to maybe try to gain a mental advantage with that taunt.
Yeah.
And we are almost halfway through the timer, Vish, already. 3.5 minutes into the game, only 1 stock taken apiece, and look how close this is.
Yeah, what a crazy first game we have already. Only 1 stock gone.
Yeah, no, they are playing even more defensive than Gigaschwab possibly at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we would expect, right? I think people usually tighten up and play a little bit more defensive in situations like this.
Yeah, as Llod does throw away another dot eyes, unfortunately. That one being the second strongest does a good amount of damage as well. So yeah, Llod has not managed to make too much happen with the turnips, but that being said, still keeping it very close. Hbox does have a 21% lead, which in this matchup is pretty solid.
Yeah,
as it gets a little bit bigger here.
Every little back air, every little forward just matters so much. But again, yeah, the up throws are really going to be what Llod is trying to flex in this matchup, because from there you can try to maybe catch Puff, or at the very least there's fewer places that Puff can go, right, while the turnip is in the air. So Llod really tries to make the most use of that kind of style, projectile style.
Yeah, absolutely. And he does a great job of it usually, but again, has not been too effective this time around. It's very possible that HBox has, you know, studied the situation, but Llod pulls a bomb, and this is huge.
You can't study for this.
This could be.
Oh, you can't study for it. Oh my God.
Accidentally kills himself, and maybe thought that that would shield poke, and they would both die. But that's very unfortunate for Llod as he SDs.
Yeah, and honestly, Llod actually throwing it so close, right?
Yeah.
That is definitely the downside of bomb. You can't hit yourself as well. That's crazy.
Right. I honestly feel like Llod expected it to hit both of them and was just going to trade stocks there, because otherwise throwing it point blank like that, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but that is a huge swing.
Yeah, that's really big. Llod does manage to find some quick damage afterward, but now he's already got 43% on this stock. And how is he possibly going to close this deficit? This is already looking like HBox's game. We know how this matchup works, Vish. This is looking like almost an insurmountable lead already. Llod is going to need to make something huge happen to try to get his first win offline on HBox, or at least start it off well.
So far, HBox is kind of actually pushing it towards Llod now.
Yeah.
Because of the lead,
right?
You can see the confidence from HBox.
No, I totally respect it. He kind of understands that Llod might not be in the best spot, you know, headspace-wise, because he just essentially SD'd with a bomb, died way sooner than he should have, and then Llod goes down there. So, I mean, Llod with a very impressive record versus HBox overall, but offline seems to be a different story.
Yeah, it's a completely different beast. I also think HBox is actually keeping it tricky how he's going from platform to platform. The times he's going from the left side to the right side platform is also mixed with all these kind of like fall through in between back airs, in between the platform back airs. And so I think the cadence of it is really throwing off Llod, because he can't tell whether he's going from platform to platform or coming down.
Yeah.
HBox is doing a brilliant job mixing it up.
No, absolutely, and it really kind of feels like this is the style of Puff that HBox played that made Armada switch characters.
Yeah.
Like this is showing right now what Armada struggled with for years. Llod does finally find that kill, but only a minute to take 2 stocks. Peach does not have a rest, Bish, so
true.
You gotta hopefully try to pull another bomb or a stitch face. That might be the only possible way to make this comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's already been 2 stitches and a bomb, so.
Got to figure the luck runs out at some point, but who knows?
Who knows?
We've seen crazier things.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, HBox can kind of just keep away, right? Like 45 seconds with this kind of lead is really difficult to surmount. Now, HBox is happy to go platform to platform and not do as much of the dropping down thing that we saw in the previous stocks. That's pretty nice, catching Puff on the platform like that, or jumping through the platform.
Oh! Wow, and gets the kill. So wait a second, Llod could potentially do this, but look, 91% in 20 seconds, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
And now 101%. This could already be over just based on the percent discrepancy.
Yeah, and I mean, Peach doesn't really have really, like, fast, strong combos, right? At the most, you're going to get like 30% really quickly and then reset back to neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 5. Yeah, that's it. You're just going to pound to the top, and HBox is going to take game 1.
Yeah, nicely done from HBox, and popping off already as Llod takes a deep breath, and again, going to need to be a lot more careful if he does manage to pull another bomb, because that was pretty much the difference in that game. Everything changed after the accidental bomb SD from Llod.
That's true. They were down to the wire, as it were, but we are going to go to FD. Llod's counterpick here.
Yeah, removing those platforms that HBox was obviously using so effectively to implement this strategy. And so that is going to be good for Llod. We'll see. I do really like the fact, too, that even though, and Beam Sword, that could be big. Could be a ton of damage here. Yeah,
and also, like as I was mentioning before, Llod is a very ground-type based player.
Yeah.
Because he likes to use shield and act out of shield like that. So there are way more opportunities, it feels like, on a stage like FD to flex that kind of grounded-based play style.
Yeah, absolutely. As he also pulled a dot eyes there, by the way. That's why that turnip throw was so strong. So once again, the turnip gods smiling upon Llod here in this top 8 so far.
Yeah. We know who RNG wants to win here.
Yeah. As Llod taking a dominant lead, but HBox with the quick answer, and that is the thing about Puff. Wow, insane punish there, though. 38%? Peach normally really struggles to punish rest from Puff, so 38% is great.
No way.
Oh, okay.
No
Llod
way.
does get out of there just in time. And wow, another nice punish from Llod. All this percent on this stock for Hbox has been 2 rest punishes, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Hbox going for some of these rest punishes because that's something that has been lacking in the previous sets. You know, they go to time and they go the distance, but there aren't that many rests, right? So recognizing those perfect percents where you can get it on Peach has been really nice from Hbox's end.
Yeah, and I'm sure the fact that we are offline instead of online certainly helps there as well. Okay.
Oh, I like these nairs.
Llod maintaining a lead, but it's gotten a lot smaller.
Yeah, the nairs are really good because you can kind of like drift in, drift out, get a little poke perhaps, maybe get behind their shield. Oh, he tries to go way up there. That was a phantom!
Oh my goodness, and that definitely would have killed.
Yeah, way up there.
What a huge phantom, and the turnip hits.
That was like from a mile away. How did he know the turnip was going to hit? He planned that like 3 moves in advance.
Yeah. No, Llod is definitely a genius when it comes to planning where turnips are going to end up, and takes another stock lead here.
And Llod also famously very good at like the sub floats that Peach can use in matchups like this. Just going a little bit lower than the ground float thanks to her double jump, right?
Absolutely.
And so going lower like that makes the aerial faster, one, and also can make the pressure a lot faster, a lot quicker from Llod. So I really like that we're seeing a little bit more of that. You can dip just a little bit below, and maybe Puff is not ready for that kind of lower based float height.
Yeah, and I mean, Puff, obviously a very small character, so it definitely helps Llod kind of get underneath even when Puff is close to the ground. Okay. Wow, Llod dominating this stock so far.
And Llod is really good at hitting the opponent into the turnip. We saw that back air as the turnip was coming down. That was definitely on purpose. Planning that kind of combo game is what you're going to need against a character like Puff.
Yeah. Definitely helps mitigate how rough this matchup can be, but Llod has definitely had a stronger showing here in this game too so far, but it's far from over, Vish.
Yeah, great role recognition from Llod there. There's so few things that Puff can really do in those types of situations in shield, right? So recognizing when the roll is coming out and punishing it appropriately is really nice.
Ooh. Oh, and those sub-floats coming out.
Yeah, and we see also a couple, we saw a hyperfloat too. So the distinguishing factor between hyperfloat and subfloat is that you get this little forward burst of movement, and out of shield, it can be really good catching the Puff's drifts back. And a lot of Puffs aren't ready for that, right?
Wow.
Like they're anticipating a...
Wow!
Oh my god.
Hbox edge canceled that air dodge, but Llod still follows up and gets the kill.
So good. Yeah. So I think the hyperfloats out of shield are going to be really good.
No, absolutely. That's definitely part of what has helped Llod, you know, win the past couple of meetings online between these two. Oh, but that up air is going to kill, and all of a sudden it's back to even.
Yeah, this is a lot faster pace than the previous games, right? And that's definitely due to not having any platform, so there's less chances to go side to side.
Absolutely, and they both do die pretty quickly off the top here on FD.
Hbox now recognizing that Llod has been power shielding so many things, is doing like empty hops into potentially grab, that time doing empty hop into up tilt, which would be so juicy at this percent against Peach.
Oh yeah, could definitely be a rest and the game right there. So Llod has to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, gets another up air snuck in there.
Yeah, just so quick with these up airs for Llod.
Another dot eyes, but does not manage to connect that one.
Okay.
The crouch cancel?
Yeah, I'm glad that Hbox recognized that the up tilt wasn't going to net into a rest, but Puff is now above.
No jump.
Yeah.
The up B connects, and again, and then Llod somehow converts off of it. Llod is insane and has taken the percent lead back.
Yeah. Oh my god, how is Llod doing this? How is Llod finding these combos on Puff?
It's actually crazy, and this is certainly down to the point where
that was the stitch!
Oh, it was. I don't even know if Llod realized.
Yeah. And there again, Hbox is kind of like staying outside the distance because he's kind of anticipating the floats out of shield now, Hbox. So he's staying even further back from Llod's shield. I like the adaptation from Hbox.
Yeah. He gets that in there. That's not quite going to kill. The next one might do it, but an up air will definitely do it, even from the ground.
Ooh, I like the way that Llod re-grabbed that turnip too, because you would think that you have to do another down B to get it. Oh man, this is down to the wire. Okay.
Yeah, this is anyone's game right now.
Oh, the dash forward like that. They're both in shield, but Okay, back to neutral, back to neutral. Man, the power shield. How many power shields is Llod gonna get?
Insane. There's another one, and that one takes the game as he floats out into a back air immediately. Llod answering back in a major way, and kind of a must-win game already.
Yeah.
That game too. So now we do have a 1-to-1 set, and
oh, the Phantom hit. This is the Phantom hit. Oh,
that
man.
was such a big swing.
Yeah, because Puff definitely gets that KO way up there.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw like these perfect off-the-top KOs from both of them.
Yeah.
Good recognition of the percents.
All right, let's see where we're going here. I feel like HBox might not even be that big a fan of Dreamland because of how Llod plays. And yeah, so we go Yoshi's actually. Wow.
I think HBox is actually keeping good distances from Llod and is very comfortable playing these kind of close quarter situations. So
yeah,
I like the counter pick from HBox.
I agree. I think the bigger the stage, the more room Llod has to kind of, you know, keep distance and kind of set up his own game plan. But that up tilt rest does not kill. Amazing DI from Llod, and that was huge because a 1-stock deficit in this match is colossal.
Yeah, and I think, again, just the on-shield mix-ups that HBox has been doing is really paying off right now, because that up tilt was due to all the conditioning of doing these back airs on Llod and then anticipating the power shield or the float out of shield options that Peach does have and Llod likes to use a lot of.
Okay, little down smash there, building some percent back. Obviously, the thing about rest is even if it doesn't kill, it does a lot of damage, and in a matchup like this, that matters a lot.
Ooh, that was a good roll out of the shield pressure. Peach's shield pressure pretty strong here, so Puff's got to watch out for that.
Yeah, they're both going to be able to kill a bit quicker, so these percents are, you know, a lot scarier when Llod, for example, is already at 71. If HBox manages to catch Llod toward the top with an up air right now, that could already be a kill.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Llod is ready for these rolls out of shield. Like, he uses the drop turnip to drop the turnip on HBox's shield to bait a rollout, right? And then waiting for that roll. So HBox has got to mix it up a little bit as to how he wants to act out of shield, because Llod is catching on.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is, and Llod has so many mix-ups to deal with that because he is so used to HBox using that empty hop lately online. Okay.
Oh, what is going on? Shy Guy's getting in the mix too?
Yeah, a little
Everyone
bit.
wants a piece. I like the drill into shield, right? Because Llod is, again, going to act out of shield. So
yeah, HBox very much respecting Llod's shield at this point.
Oh,
and there it is.
That's the strength of Yoshi's.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, it works in Peach's favor as well, but I feel like HBox is more confident in his ability to get an up air on Llod than vice versa.
Yeah, and then also you mentioned rest as well, right? It didn't quite work out on that first stock, but you can get some nice low percent KOs thanks to that on stage like this. Yeah, and HBox is really mixing up how he's attacking on shield. Llod can't get a handle on it.
Yeah, he does punish with a kill, but a stock trade is not what you want when you're already down a stock against HBox and you are playing Peach.
Yeah, HBox will take that trade any day of the week.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a lot of damage. 38 off a combo. That's more damage than we almost ever see from Peach on Puff. Okay.
Ooh. I love the platform movement from Llod as well. HBox is just not ready for that kind of speed. The pound was so smart because Llod was definitely coming out there for the edge guard.
Yeah, and if Llod had managed to find a nair there, then that probably would have been the stock. So HBox manages to counter that in advance with that pound.
Yeah, just even more well-spaced back airs from HBox. So far that even Llod can't do very much about it with the hyper floats out of shield.
Yeah,
I like it.
HBox is doing such a good job of using these platforms, and it almost feels like just having the 3 platforms is more important than having room for HBox in this matchup.
Yeah, because that's the same style that we saw on the other tri-platform stages, but now he also has quicker kills.
Yeah, and he kind of wants Llod to stay closer to him, right? Less opportunity to pull turnips. It's just, it works out very well for HBox, honestly.
Yeah, the crowd.
And that does kill.
Crowd chanting, let's go Llod, and gets the stitch.
So this is kind of the one way that Peach can answer to rest, but HBox just crouches underneath it.
That was a really good crouch. I think a lot of other Puffs might have seen that coming at you and then wanting to shield it, right? Because that's what you expect to do, but really good understanding of Puff's crouch and invasiveness through the crouch from HBox.
Yeah, because it does so much shield damage, and then they can possibly just re-grab the Stitch face afterward as well.
Oh!
As that back air connects, and HBox with a solid 2-stock. So this is now do or die for Llod. Yeah. This is loser's bracket, so Lod's going to have to dig deep here to try to stay alive in Genesis 8.
Yeah, HBox, the last god remaining here at Genesis 8. Can he continue his loser's run here, or will Llod bring this back and bring us to a Game 5?
We'll see, and I'm really curious about this counterpick here. Okay, Stadium, no triplats here is probably the main reason for this pick. I mean, this is kind of the closest Llod can get to FD in terms of layout without actually being FD, so it makes a lot of sense. And of course, the lack of top platform does help Llod out a lot. Yeah,
that helps Llod out a lot. But yeah, no, I completely agree, because now Puff has to like commit a little bit more in order to jump to platform, right? Because you either have to go to the platform or go back to where you started.
There's fewer escape options.
Fewer escape options,
yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, and Llod just keeping center space, trying to throw these turnips up, dividing the stage, as it were.
Yeah, and Llod, of course, has no problem doing this, but HBox manages to get the percent lead very quickly, and that is the volatility of this matchup. Another Stitch for Llod, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and this time it does connect.
But and re-grabs it as well, so that's huge. This is big.
Oh, misses that one, but already look at the percent discrepancy because of that one connected Stitch.
Yeah, that's like 2 or 3 back airs, so
yeah,
very well earned. Again, just I can't overstate how good Llod is at the power shield.
I mean, we see it again right there,
and
again and again.
It's 4 for 4 off the last 4. That's crazy.
Just insane how consistent he is at power shields. That is not easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. Llod is just making it look easy.
How does he do it? I mean, Llod is also a doctor of trading, also just got into residency.
Yeah.
What a high-achieving player here.
No, absolutely. I mean, killing it in the real world and also killing it in Melee, as his results have seemed to just consistently be on an upward trend over the past year or so. But he does have his work cut out for him here. Okay, that was scary, obviously. Those up tilts could have led to a rest.
Yeah. Llod also anticipating the empty up into grab, so just kind of spaces outside of it.
And that turnip kind of saving Llod there that he threw up beforehand.
Ooh, I like the nair. Just comes out a little bit quicker than Puff's back here in that situation. I like it.
Ooh, the movement from Llod. Peach players take note.
Yeah, going up high.
Oh, and snuck through the platform there to land that nair. That was really nicely done from Llod. HBox probably didn't expect Llod to come through the platform like that, and made it very, very sneaky.
And also that was really big for Llod to be able to land like that, using the down air and really tripping up how HBox wanted to shark.
Yeah. Llod trying to push his lead a bit further on this first stock. Oh, but HBox goes out there. Good read on the recovery and evens it right back up. Only a 5% lead for Llod. Not a lot.
Yeah, definitely a good mix-up from HBox, because in previous stocks it felt like he was following way up high to get the edge guard with the up air off the top, but in that particular situation going a little bit lower to catch that recovery from Llod.
Yeah, nicely done from HBox. These players are both so good at adapting to the adjustments that they each other make. Like, it's kind of crazy because they seem to just have like a very specific game plan going into the set, and yet they actually subtly change so much during the set.
I mean, you have to, right? Because as you mentioned, just every little hit matters so much. So to earn that hit also is very, very difficult.
For sure. As once again, the timer may become a factor in this game, as we're only halfway through and only one stock taken a piece. But it does feel like as time goes on, the players start to get a tiny bit more aggressive. That's why we haven't seen a timeout so far, because we had a similar situation in game 1.
Ooh, I like that. Realizing Llod is just staying in shield, just grabs right out of it. And again, Llod just opting to stay relatively grounded here. And yeah, HBox just not biting, just going platform to platform. If you're going to be on the ground, then that means you're not going to be able to threaten me as I go platform to platform. I got so many jumps, bro.
Yeah, but see, now the difference is HBox no longer has the lead. That was so good.
Llod definitely is planning those. That happens way too often. for Llod not to be doing that on purpose. That's so crazy.
No, absolutely. He's he kind of has a sixth sense of where his turnips are that he's previously thrown. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, Llod manages to find the ground. And again, still has the percent lead, so Hbox can't just jump around on the platforms. He does have to approach at some point.
Stitch!
Oh, but Llod not making the greatest usage of these stitches throughout the set, unfortunately. But, you know, it's not a big deal when you still have the percent lead right now when you're Llod. Oh, snuck that in there, but that barely doesn't kill. Great DI from Hbox because that would have been a big deal. Okay, pulls the Saturn.
That's, I mean, Mr. Saturn definitely does a lot of like shield damage, so that can be pretty scary.
Yeah, actually.
For Puff said.
Ooh. That turnip almost helped Hbox, kind of knocked him toward where Llod was drifting.
That time again, we see that Hbox doesn't opt to follow way up in the air with the up air and decides to follow towards the left with the back air. Catching the drift in as opposed to the drift up.
Yeah, smart. Okay, the empty hop grab comes back out because Llod was starting to account for it a bit earlier in the set. And we saw Hbox stop using it as much, and he does get the kill there. That's big with the timer almost down to 2 minutes here.
Yeah, and the Parasol not coming into play that time, that has tripped up Hbox on some of the edge guarding sequences.
Yeah, it looked like he would be able to get that in there, but he does find the kill with a fair. 26% deficit. Hbox looked like he was going to try to use that invincibility to push the lead a bit, but you know, decides to go back home to the platform.
Yeah, I think the lead is just slim enough to where maybe Hbox doesn't want to shoot himself in the foot if this lead wasn't as big as it is now, though.
Yeah, it's close to 60%. That is, once again, just colossal in this matchup. But Llod has shown that he's capable of dealing some damage pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we see the adaptation from Llod. Out of the power shield, does a throw instead to catch the full drift from the Puff back air. And Peach's upper might seem like it's a really good tool at catching Puff on the descent, but it's not a very active move, right? Like, it doesn't stay out for very long, so Llod still has to pick the timings of when he anticipates Puff to be coming down like that.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Llod right there, did not actually anticipate that turnip connecting. Maybe could have got more off of that, but has managed to slim the lead just a bit here. But that timer, Vish, it's ticking down. It's about to hit a minute soon. Obviously, they don't need to start going panic mode or anything, but you do see that Hbox is getting more and more defensive here.
Yeah, you're going to see a huge shift in gameplay as this timer decreases. Yeah, that's big though. Turnip in an air.
About a 30% deficit now. Oh, that back air hurts.
And just being able to jump over these turnips. That was almost really good by Llod, anticipating that Hbox was going to go to the right, but this edge guard could
this
be
is a
everything.
bad spot for Llod, and he does get got by that back air. So now a pretty significant deficit with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, Hbox followed Llod all the way to the corner of the stage to make that previous stock count. And here, Puff can just go all over.
Yeah,
they're fighting, they're fighting in the magnifying glass.
Realized that he needed to take
it.
a risk, and there it is.
That is so crazy. Hbox forced Llod all the way up there to chase him all the way in the corner, right? And then that exhausted all of Peach's resources, recovery resources. And then Hbox realizing that just goes
to the ledge.
Like the lowest percent KO we saw throughout that entire set was the last stock that Hbox took. That's wild. That was like 20%.
Yeah, no, that was literally the lowest percent kill of the entire set. So great stuff to Hbox, who maintains his offline dominance against Llod.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Oh, and we get the
slow-mo pop-off. Oh, the double take. Oh, the triple.
Oh, reverse.
I'm waiting for someone to edit something in there. And Hbox is just beating the crap out of it.
This is how Hbox kills bugs. He's just really forceful with it.
But no, great stuff from Hbox. Llod kind of, with the timer ticking down like that, I don't blame Llod for taking that big a risk. He kind of knew that he needed to make something happen. There was, what, like less than a minute left on the clock, and he knew he needed to get that kill ASAP to even stand a chance because he already had damage on that stock. So even then, you know, Hbox is going to wait in the invincibility. As he dies and then comes back in the invincibility, that's another 5 seconds.
Yeah.
By the time Llod gets an opportunity to even hit Hbox again, we're down to, what, 20 seconds or so? Insane.
Now, that was really good recognition from Hbox. Oh man, they were fighting in like the magnifying glass for like half of that stock. That